First of all, Aditya, hope everything is safe and you're keeping healthy at this point of time.
Yeah. Now it's almost like 2 months I'm inside my room, like self-quarantined myself, going nowhere, like not even to grocery stores, just getting delivered everything. So,
My God. So it's 2 months that you have, like, of course, we also have done nothing for the 2 months, but for you also, you're working also, right? Remotely, right?
yeah, yeah, I've been working from my home, yeah.
Great. So let's get the session going, okay? We will have the audience keep building as we process and as we move ahead with the whole discussion, and I really wish that people who are watching this would get the benefit. So first of all, would like to have your brief introduction in terms of your schooling and till reaching to till reaching to United States. Then I'll have my questions, but basic schooling and just a simple intro that we would like to have.
Yeah, so first I went to Manipal ICAS in Karnataka. So there I was doing bachelor's in computer science. And
Okay.
in my program, like I had to study in Manipal for 2 years and then take a transfer. So I had a
Okay.
chance to meet you like when I was in the transition. So I'm
Okay.
so grateful, and there's a really big hand of yours, like me coming here and guiding through everything. Even the visa, like it was like so easy. I just went there, got the visa approved in like 40 seconds and everything. So that was so nice. Then coming
You
here,
always deserved it.
thank and after coming here to University at Buffalo, New York, so I started my, or I would say like I continued my bachelor's in computer science. And in my second year, like when I came here, I got the internship in MSRB. That's a big financial company in Washington D.C. So that was my first break. And but it was like very difficult to get into one of the internship. Like I gave almost 40 interviews and applied to uh, endless applications. And after that, came back to university, started my resumed my studies, and then finally I got placed into Bank of America. So right now I'm working at Bank of America.
In the first place, how did you decide and what actually led you to join computer science and to pursue computer science as your undergrad degree? What was the motivation and how did you discover that?
Like it's not like everyone is going for computer science, so that was not my criteria to choose computer science, because mostly what I've seen here, students coming for undergrad as well as for masters, they think like computer science is the only way to get a job in US or something. But my aim was like from like class ninth or 10th, I started doing some coding and I was into it. So that's why I was able to like get through everything. Because if you come here in United States, it's not like you can just pass the exams and you'll get through. The thing is like here you have so many assignments and everything. Everything is practical. And you can't even like cheat from anywhere. If you take any help from your friends, you will be like disqualified, and even the other person whom you're cheating with. So you can't rely on any of your friends or on Google. Even if you get something from Google these days, we have most of the questions solved on GitHub. But if you do that thing, then you'll be just like getting an F and maybe an I. So that's like integrity issues, and then you'll get into big trouble. Companies will not be giving you job and everything. So that's the thing. If you have passion for computer science, then only I would suggest like coming here for computer science.
So probably you really tried coding in your high school and you
Yeah,
felt comfortable and you liked it and that's why you said that okay, let me continue with my computer science, right?
yeah,
Okay.
because like initially, like when I started, like I didn't have that good grades in Manipal. Like in the starting first or second semester, I was like barely like passing. But when I came to US, like here I had 3.76 GPA, and they gave me Dean's Award and everything. So that's like I never cared for the marks. I was just going for like I want to get the practical knowledge. And somehow, like when I came to United States, I was able to perform and get good grades.
I have seen this thing on a lot of occasions, that students who did not do well here, as a part of their academics in engineering and sometimes even in high school, when they went to United States, they did very well. So I think, do you think that you get more inspired to work hard and really study in its reality, and because Indian education system and faculties and the whole system does not leave you that inspiration inside you and then fire
Yeah,
inside you, is that the reason that you could do very well in United States as compared to India in terms of
definitely.
grades and academics?
Here the thing is like the grades, they are not basically dependent on your midterms or your finals. Like you have to give your 100% every day. Like every week you will be having quizzes in the class. Quizzes are not like how we have in India. These are like pen paper tests for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So you have to study every day. And like some students in India, they can't like do very well in just like one or two exams. So here, what they have done is for like whole 100 marks, they have given like 5, 5, 10, 10% for like small exams. So you can study for the for those exams and get a really good grade. There were like sometimes like even if I wouldn't have given the final exam, I would have got like a C or B. And
Yeah.
but in India, if you don't do well in finance, definitely you'll be getting D or maybe an F.
Yeah, that's why one of our sad students in the class is asking you a question: can an average student cope up with the studies in United States? Answer would be yes, right?
Yeah, definitely yes. Just to be like going into more depth with this thing, if you believe you are not ready to face the competition here, so I would suggest not going to an Ivy League college because here the grading is all relative. So it doesn't matter like you are getting 80%, so you'll get B or something. The person like who is getting the maximum marks, according to that, the professor decides the grades. So if all of the students were like very competitive, you will be like, shall I just change my major or shall I just drop down my studies or something? So
That's a
and here
very
you,
important. That's a very important point, Aditya. You went to UB SUNY, right?
yeah,
And that's one of the most popular name in the country because its economical computer science department is really fantastic, right?
yeah,
Now the point is that, I mean, I have seen one of our students from, let's say, so-called top 20, one of the
yeah,
universities, and he is also doing an internship in a very similar position as what you are doing right now, right? So of course
yeah,
brand does matter, but what is your opinion? Because I see India has all that unhealthy preoccupation with IITs and the brands, right?
yeah,
And they
definitely.
all say that, okay, if we don't get into top 20 in United States, we'll not go, and
Yeah,
rather we'll
yeah.
take up some ordinary college in India. So I am not convinced. What is your opinion on that?
I would say like people who are obsessed with rankings, just go to Google and check like for an example, XYZ University, which is in top 100 in United States. That university ranking will be much higher in the overall world than IITs and NITs. So if you're
Mhm.
like if you want to be an IIT and if you don't get through IIT, then even if you're coming here in top 50 or top 100, you will be much more better in terms of ranking than IIT as well.
Exactly. So I think that first with the top 10, top 15 is okay. But even if you don't, because I remember, like I love UB Suni from your. I have Stony Brook undergrad, and they
Yeah.
have done that. They're into Google, and they've done amazingly well, actually.
Amazingly well, yeah. And I would suggest like go here, like when you come to US as an undergrad, you can definitely transfer your school. So maybe you can just come here in like top 50 or top 100. And if you feel like going into an Ivy League, you can go in your junior year.
So for you specifically talking about you, Aditya, you did 2 years in India, right?
In India,
And you
yeah.
went to Manipal, and you did 2 years in UB Suni, and you had your most of the credits transferred, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Given a choice, would you still recommend students to come right from the freshman and not seeking the transfer? Because I personally feel that going right from the first year is a better option, but I want to have your opinion on that.
Yeah, it's a better option. You have like much more time to like settle here. And like one more thing for international students is no matter you come here as a freshman or as a junior, you can't do an internship or co-op until 2 semesters you have completed here.
Oh.
So for me, like I had to wait for like one whole year, and then only I could do the internship. So if you come here as a freshman, then you definitely have like almost 3 times you can do the internships and uh, co-ops. But if you're not well prepared and if you feel like it will be a bit overwhelming for you to coming here in US directly, then
Mhm.
then studying in India for 2 years and coming here, that's a great choice because you learn a lot of things when you're studying in India as well.
Great. So a very critical question. What exactly admission committee look forward to, at least when it comes to an undergrad applicant?
Yeah.
Somebody who would be going ahead with bachelor's degree for United States, specifically let's say UB or in general, what is your experience?
My experience is like they are looking for diversity. Like especially in my class, like when I was there, it was not like all people like specifically from India or from US. So they basically look for diversity. They'll have students from China, they'll have students from US, they'll have from India. So you should be in that diversity, and then they want like some extracurricular activities. They just don't want like how good you are in studies, like how good you can speak and all that stuff. So if you have like that kind of background, then definitely you'll have a plus point over the
So
students with just
overall profile, right?
overall profile.
Okay. Now, in undergrad, while you are in India, there is no concept of internship, right? At least
Yeah,
for when it comes to good companies, students really pay for certifications, pay for IT trainings, right?
yeah,
But I think the best part that I see is when you are in United States in undergrad, you you have secured an internship, right? Okay,
yeah,
and you are working as a full time like any other employee, right?
definitely. Yeah,
What is your experience, and how did you find the intern, what was the interview like? Because it's an undergrad
yeah.
positioning, and that's why it becomes very interesting.
The thing is, first of all, in my mind, I never thought about like getting an internship for money. So I was like, even if they pay me less or if it's unpaid, but if it's a great experience, then I would definitely go for that one. And the second is because here I've seen so many students, they are not even applying for internship because they say we are not getting any money or something. So why to go for an internship? They just want to go into Google or something, but it's like step by step process. So here
Okay.
as an intern for undergrad, definitely you'll face like so much competition because students they have so much of experience till the time they are in their undergrad. Like the students like who are living in US or like some other countries, we don't have that kind of experience while doing undergrad. And the thing is, if you prepare well, then it's not like really tough for you, but it all depends like how well you're prepared, then you can definitely get through the internships. And you should never be like uh, kind of disheartened by the thing like you're getting rejected or something. Just keep on applying.
Mm-hmm. uh, this is a common question that parents would usually have lot of I would say dilemma toward it, that should we send our kid in undergrad or after undergrad, for undergrad or after undergrad. What is your opinion on that?
My opinion would be like if you can come here, if you can afford coming here for an undergrad degree, then definitely you should be coming here because you have 4 years. Like
Absolutely.
in one of your live sessions, someone pointed about the thing like when you come here as a master student, you are just thinking about getting a job and something. But when you come here exactly as an undergrad student, then you can explore so many things, and then you get those extracurricular activities in your hands. Like I've been doing so much voluntary work for CS department. That basically like students who are doing masters, they don't get the time for that.
That's why, I've always been saying, what is the, criterion as far as sending someone, to United States for undergrad? So I will say, as long as your kid is studious, as long as he's emotionally, strong, and of course as long as you can have the affordability, then one must send their kids right for undergrads, rather than giving them almost an uninspired 3 or 4 years in India actually, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So how is the COVID-19 scene right now? And, how does it affect, you as an individual, and those students who really were looking forward to join in fall, and I think mostly would be able to join in January only.
Yeah, the thing is like this is so unexpected. Nobody expected about this thing. So things are going really crazy. But the thing is like with some time things will get better and they'll be like before only some years back there was a great recession in New York, but
Hmm.
after some years like everything went normal. Like if you would have been in New York like a year back, you couldn't say like there was a recession or anything. Everyone had jobs, everyone were on their right tracks. And if you're especially coming for undergrad, you have 4 years till that time. Definitely everything will be on track.
Okay. Um, uh, what you exactly do in Bank of America? Congratulations for this, right?
Thank you.
It's a great feat, an amazing company. Our lot of students have worked in Bank of America, and some are still working. So I want to know, what is exactly your job? What is your role in Bank of America?
My title is Global Technology Analyst,
Okay.
and I'm working as a full stack developer here.
Okay. Full stack developer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what a full stack developer does?
Full stack developer does I have to build the UI, the front end part, as well as the back end. So it's like uh, you're designing the website, and then you have to design like how it works behind the user interface.
Okay, so more or less into technology, and somebody who is coming for undergrad in computer science, in US or anywhere, what skill set they should prepare, what level of technology, and what familiarity with the technology that they should have.
You should basically just have basic understanding of the uh, technologies which you're working on, because the technologies which I'm working on in Bank of America, I've never used those things in my college life. They were like so new to me. So the thing is, you just have to show them like, okay, if they'll give you some new technology, you can definitely get through that thing. You learn it very easily and start working. So you just have like some fundamental things. You should be like optimistic. You have to show them the leadership quality and take the ownership of the things. Okay, yeah, I'll do this thing. No matter what happens, I'll do this thing.
Okay, what was the difference in pedagogy, or specifically the way of teaching, while you were in India, in Manipal, and when you went to United States? What was the difference like?
The thing is, here the education system is very inclusive. What I mean by inclusive is it's not only the professor who is teaching. There are so many TAs. There are undergrad TA, then grad TA. They have their own office hours. So if you have any kind of problem or issue, you can just go to them, get your doubt solved. In India, we don't have that kind of thing. You can ask the professor in the class, or maybe you can go to his office. Other than that, you don't have any kind of resources. But here, like, you have so many resources. The TAs, they take their own class once a week, where they'll be going again over the things which have been taught by the professor. So you kind of like get revision every week.
Wow. So of course, a lot of practical and
Mm,
practical application, and overall the faculty is very much familiar that what kind of technologies are in that way.
definitely, yeah.
The syllabus
And
keeps getting updated, right?
yeah, they update like syllabus is something like they are very much particular about. I was an undergrad TA in my last semester. So my professor, like he used to take feedback from me as well as from other students and the TAs, like next semester I want to do this thing, I want to make this change in the syllabus. So they're like very proactive in that. They're not like what's been going on for years, we'll just go and teach the same thing.
Hmm. So I believe professors have a lot of autonomy in designing what they want to and what is the what would be beneficial for the student, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because they are willing to work hard, you know. Uh, like what I've seen in India is professors usually just want to teach like whatever they know, and they have been teaching the same thing for like past 20 years. But here they change, they keep on updating. They go, they first they learn, and then they come to the class and teach that thing.
Great. So are you in touch with anyone at this point of time? At your school, right, UB Suni? And is there a possibility? Do you have any idea that will they be starting this fall in person or they are going all online? Do you
Uh,
have any idea?
Yeah, I'm in touch with the international office, so I can definitely ask them like what's going on exactly, and I can let you know about that thing, like if they are getting that thing in person or will it be virtual.
Great. Any specific language or software training you would recommend to build a profile or to have as an asset that you have
Uh,
experienced according to your experience?
I would say like whichever school you're going to, they have given like whole curriculum. So you know exactly what you'll be going and what you'll be learning. So initially, like if you don't have CS background, so I would say study the things like get the fundamental knowledge of the languages which you will be learning there. Because here you get so many assignments, hands-on experience. Definitely you don't have to worry about the skill set. You just need to have the basic knowledge. Most of the students, they don't have the basic knowledge and then they struggle. It's not only for international students, for everyone. If they don't have the basic fundamental knowledge, then they'll definitely struggle. And then they think of like switching the major and everything. So that's the thing. Just have the fundamental knowledge. Like in India, like people they do Java in school, so maybe you can just go and have some fundamental knowledge over Java, or maybe you can have some knowledge over Python.
Python, Java. And what do you
Yeah.
think? I mean, the students I've seen here, Aditya, I mean, you might also have faced that they start coming onto the conclusions very early that they don't like programming, they hate programming.
Yeah.
So, till what point of time they should be persistent to really understand that now should we are we really, can we really be in this field or now this field is not for us? Because I have seen students really jump onto the conclusions very, very easily that okay, no, we
Very.
don't want, we hate programming. What is your opinion on that?
Here, the best thing in US is you can definitely change your major till your junior year, and you'll not be losing many credits because you have to take so many general education classes and everything. So basically, you have almost 3 to 4 semesters in your hand till the time you come to that conclusion. Okay, I don't want to take this class. So
Hmm.
you have like already taken 3 or 4 classes, and what they do is they are not like initial classes are very easy. They usually keep the initial classes very tough so that a person like who thinks I can't do this thing, then they can just leave the computer science. But if you are through those classes, then it will be like a piece of cake for you if you can like manage those classes.
Great. One of our students is asking that if you've been very average, I think we already answered that, but maybe you can address it again. If a very average, during your 11th, 12th, and you have 65, 60%, should you still come to United States for undergrad?
Definitely, like, what's the issue? Because the thing is, in India, we have, like, again, in like 10th and 12th, we just have the one final exam. And on that final exam, like, however you perform, you get the grades. And I've seen people in my life in 12th, they have scored 93, 94, 95. But at this moment, they are struggling in getting like some kind of job or they couldn't get through some good college. So it doesn't, I don't feel like that should be a criteria for someone to join a college or something.
Okay. Did you do any sort of part-time jobs at your undergrad time in US?
Like I did some part-time job in my last semester, that
Hmm.
too like once in a 2 week or something like that. But I would suggest like if you're coming here and if you can really focus on your studies and you don't have the like if you feel like if I'll be doing part-time, I can make money, I can uh, your video is yeah,
Yeah,
can
now
you
it's
hear
good.
me? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say like focus on your studies and try to get an internship. Like how much you'll be making in whole year, you can make that much money in like 2 months if you get into a good internship. So I would not recommend someone coming here and directly going to the part-time jobs because they are very stressful.
Managing studies and part-time, sometimes it may
Espe-
not be
Yeah, no,
easy.
especially the part-time jobs only. They're like very stressful. Like here, they have like hard deadline. If your shift starts at like 3 p.m., then you have to be there at 2:50 or 2:55 at max. And if you miss that thing by one or second time, they'll give you a sheet like written like you are late or something. And if you get like two or three warnings, then you're laid off from that job. So that kind of pressure in students I've seen. So they're not able to like give proper time towards their studies. They are like, I have this job, so I have to go there. I have to cover this shift. I'll make some more money. But just I always think in this way, like you'll get like $10 per hour. But if you divide the cost, like how much you're paying for the studies, your one lecture comes to be around like $100. So I don't believe like those $10 is nothing as compared to like how much money you are giving there to study, especially for like undergrad. So
Mm-hmm.
it's better, or at least like for an year or two, you can just focus on your studies, try to get the hands-on experience, and then there are like so many things on the campus going on. So you get to know like how to talk to people and understand their culture and everything. So because if you're doing on-campus jobs or something, then most of your time is in your studies or in your job. You don't get any of the time to spend on the campus.
Got it. And even if some people here in India, let's say if they are not into Manipal, ICAS or SRM kind of university, so should they be transferring after first year or second year itself, or should they be transferring as soon as possible? Let's say some people are late, so they've joined engineering colleges and they are in first year or second year, and now they want to transfer. What is your opinion on that?
No, if they are in ICAS or they're in any college in India.
Any other college.
The problem with that thing is your credits will not be transferred because the thing is the curriculum, like how it is set in ICAS and the codes, the courses, the uh, transcripts, the way and everything, it's very easy to transfer from ICAS to any university in US or
Mhm.
Australia. You can go to UK anywhere. If you come from any other college, then you have to come here, you have to fight for the credits. You have to show them all the syllabus which you did there. You have to show them so many things. And then also it's in their hands. They want to transfer your credits or not.
Okay, so I got your point. And how important location, of the university that you are studying in? It's a good
Uh,
question.
yeah,
So, do
definitely.
you think the location would play a huge role or something like that?
It doesn't play a very huge role, but kind of it plays because the thing is, if you are in some big city or if you are in a place like where there are so many industries related to your major, then you definitely have a plus point getting an internship or a job because they usually prefer the students who are in that local area so that they don't have to pay for the relocation and everything.
Okay, so there is a certain level of advantage, right?
Yeah, definitely. And even in your school, there are like career fairs. So usually the companies which are in that area, they participate. So
Uh,
if there are many more companies related to CS, or maybe if you are doing electrical or anything. So if there are more companies, then they'll definitely come to your college. And then you have better chance to get an opportunity for an internship or something.
Great. And Devansh, one of our dear students, is asking that what exactly a company would look, in your profile in order to give you an internship or a full
Uh,
time for that matter.
like especially for the internships as an undergrad student, the companies they know like you don't have many technical skills. So first of all, you just need to have like some kind of basic knowledge, and then you should have interpersonal skills. Like when you're talking to the manager, what happens like when I was giving my interview. for the first few times, I was like bit kind of like scared, or you would say like when you're talking to them,
Nervous.
nervous, yeah, the correct word, yeah, nervous. So they can feel that thing like, okay, this person is nervous, but the thing is, they are so cooperative. If you tell them like, I'm a bit nervous or something, they can even like reschedule your interviews. But what we feel is like, this is like only one chance, and I have to do I have to give my best in everything. So that's the thing. Just stay calm and try to give as many mock interviews as much you can. In universities, they have their own career centers. So you can go there, talk to them, build your resume, build your LinkedIn profile. You can even give face-to-face mock interviews. Then you get like so much of positivity, and you get like, okay, yeah, I can do this thing when I'll be facing the interview in real.
Fantastic. So I think staying calm, having very good interpersonal and intrapersonal skill set, and of
Yeah.
course a command on technology, and whatever you've written in your CV, you should be really, really authentic about it.
Definitely, this is a great point. What happened when I was doing my internship? So my manager, he told me like, never write anything which you don't know, because if you're giving an interview and the person, like maybe your hiring manager, asks you some question about what you have written on your CV, and if you're not able to answer, then it's the question of credibility. Like whatever else you have written in the CV, like, are you like really sure about those things, or you have just written to get the internship?
Absolutely right. And so finding a job in computer science um, is easy after bachelor's, or of course they say masters, it's slightly easier, but some people still believe that you don't get jobs after undergrad in computer science. What is your opinion?
No, no, it's not true. The thing is, like, some of my seniors who were doing masters with me, like when I was in college, so currently they are looking for jobs, and I
You have
got
beat
placed.
them.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the thing is, like, you just need to have patience, and you should have faith in yourself. And then the thing is, last thing what I would say is, it's not the end of the world. If you don't get the internship or job at this moment, you can definitely go back to India, and then again you can come back, or there will be like so many opportunities. Like I've seen here people getting depressed, or taking so much of tension, I'm not getting the job or something. So it's not end of the world, you know.
Hmm. My personal take is, specifically when I talk about United States, right? Things eventually happen for you if you keep persisting, right? So I have
Okay,
seen students get.
I'll tell you a story about this. What happened last year? The same time, I was looking for an internship. My uh, classes, they ended in the second week of May, and I didn't had the job offer till that time. And I had the time till 31st of May in order to start my internship. Otherwise, my CPT will not be activated. So I
Activated.
told my I told my parents, I'll wait here till 31st. I'm
Okay.
staying here for 15 days on my vacation. I could have come to India and enjoyed my vacations, but I told them no, I'll wait here till 31st and then I'll come. So you'll not believe, like on 22nd or 23rd, I received the email from that site, like for the internship. And then I just went to university, got my CPT activated, and went to Washington, D.C. at that time. So it's like you
Fantastic.
have to be persistent about that thing.
Great. I mean, that's where, so a lot of stories similar to you, where 7 days, 5 days, 2 days before they got the offer letters, and now they are well settled and, doing very well in United States. This
Yeah.
question is slightly broader, Aditya, and I want to have your opinion and your observation. So, Manipal, ICAS that, you went to, people might have gone to a lot of other countries also. Maybe some might have gone to Canada, or some might
Yeah.
have gone to UK.
Yeah,
What
I have
difference you
friends.
Yeah, so what
I
difference
have
you
friends in
see?
on. Yeah.
Which one still you would recommend? Which countries, which country particularly should be number one for you? Of course, I mean, you should not be biased towards US, but overall, how are they doing, and what is your view?
Why I am more inclined towards US is because in UK it's very tough to get a job, like the visa and everything. Yeah, they are doing some different work. at this moment, like they're giving some extension like for 2 years or 3 years.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years. And then in Australia, you get the bachelor's degree for 3 years. That is not globally accepted. If you want to do master's or something in US or maybe in India also, they don't recognize that degree as well. And then in Canada, yeah, obviously you can go to Canada. There you have much more liberty. Like you can work for a longer time. You have less restrictions. But I don't know much about Canada. I've never been on that side. But in US, definitely, you have to like really work hard and then be persistent and consistent. The only key to like success here is consistency. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get through. Even to like pass the classes, it's tough. But if you're consistent, then it's easy for you.
So you've graduated from UB SUNY fully?
Yeah, yeah, fully, yeah.
And what was your GPA that you graduated with?
My final GPA was 3.47.
That's a job well done.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So yeah, I think, I mean, lot of valuable information from you. What is your message to everybody who wants to do undergrad from United States or maybe in study abroad concept? So your opinion on that and your
I
message
would
to all of them.
Yeah, I would say like always never settle for less, you know. Just keep trying, and if you believe you want to come here, then just come and give your 100%. And at the end, like whatever will be happening in your life, that will be much more for your betterment. So never think like if I'll go there, what will happen or not. Everything will come into place at some point of time. And even after coming here, it's not the end of the world. So definitely you'll be doing great things in your life. Because when I came here, I never thought like I'll be getting an internship and I'll be getting a full-time job because people they were like literally struggling. But only the consistency and everything, it takes you to this way.
Fantastic. One question which one of the one of the students there, he's asking, and it is very personal, I guess you might be knowing. What is your suggestion about honors dorm compared to Ellicott, the normal one? Do you have any idea?
Ellicott and which one?
Honors dorm. So this
Honors
is
dorm. I've
in
never
UB
heard about.
SUNY.
Yeah, I've never heard about honors dorm. Ellicott is like it's all common, so it's a little bit difficult to study there because you have common washrooms and everything. So I would suggest like if you can get into an apartment,
Hmm.
apartment is like on campus, so that will be much more better as compared to like going into Ellicott. Because I've seen like I've heard many stories about Ellicott, like people they have been struggling like the bathrooms they were like so dirty, and it's like common washrooms for like whole floor.
Okay, okay. So he's telling honors is governors.
Honors is I believe like governors and Ellicott, they are almost the same thing. But if you're going for undergrad, I believe like they usually give on this governors or Ellicott for the first year. So that's fine. Like everyone is coming to the same place.
What is your opinion? Should they be staying in campus or off campus? That's a very common question to save the cost
That,
as far
that,
as undergrad is concerned. It's 4 years.
no, but definitely on campus, I would say. Because my GPA, I would say my GPA, then the friends which I made there, so many interpersonal skills I got through because there were like so many activities happening on campus. Then fourth thing, like in SUNY Buffalo, especially, it snows for almost like 4 to 5 months. So I had the shuttle just in front of my dorm. I could just go there anytime and I can come back to my dorm anytime. Like it was so safe. I could walk at any time. Nobody will be coming, and like you don't have any kind of fear. And most of the universities in US they have their own police, so they were like police here and there patrolling. So you feel so safe living on campus. And there are
Great.
so many options on campus. Also, there are so many options. It's not like all the dorms are very expensive. You can share your room with two people or maybe like three people, and then it's the you can cut the cost at that moment. Yeah. And
Great,
especially for
great.
at least a year, you should definitely live on campus, and then you can go off campus.
That was wonderful talking to you, Aditya. We were all proud of you for your success so far. Getting a job and succeeding as an undergrad is definitely a huge challenge for anyone out there.
And
And
thank you so much, sir.
you have gone halfway through your bachelor's in United States, 2 years in India, 2 years in United States, and in 2 years you have really made it a very successful journey. So thank you for your time.
No,
And
I would really like to thank you and whole Globalizer team because like my transition, it was so smooth. I didn't have to worry about like my applications. My like most of the students, they are so much worried about their visa. When I went for my visa, I was like super cool because I've given so many mock interviews with you.
mock interviews,
So
yeah, we did that, yeah.
yeah, so I was like the same questions which you asked me, they asked me the same questions. And the thing is like you have to be confident and it's the same way like how the job interview is the same thing is like with the interview for the visa and you made it like so easy for me, so I would really
No,
appreciate that thing. And even like you asked me like from where you get where did you find the help for like going from here and there, even though they are not living in Indore, I definitely have only one name, Globalizers, because
thank
I've
you
seen
so
so,
much. Yeah.
I've been to IDP and different places, but nowhere you get that kind of personal touch from, especially from the director of Globalizers. He'll be taking your mock interview, so that's like really a big thing because you don't have
No,
done any fear.
no, I think, I mean, honestly, for us, the entire team, we have now made one basic ideology that if someone is going abroad, how we would treat that student if he's from our own family.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that's the basic fundamental. So again, thank you, Adit, for this live session, and you have
Thank
inspired
you so
so
much, sir.
many students, I guess, right? And we're looking forward to more success for you, right? And
Definitely.
more and more milestones, that you will accomplish one after the other. We're very confident about that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
We ending
Thank
the
you.
webinar, and please stay safe in these times.
Yeah, yeah. You also. Thank you. Okay.